আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL Soccer Night.
We are back for the final section of the ILFL Soccer Night show. I left the last section just running down the Premier Division results from yesterday, and I told you that the big game there really was West End v Stepney. The winner of that tie would really have taken control and a grip of the Premier Division title. As I'll tell you now, the top three reads like this. Stepney are top, played 13 with 32 points. London Tigers are second, played 14, played all of their games, same points. West End are third with 13 games and 29 points. Effectively, they're 3 points behind Stepney, and both West End and Stepney have their final games to play this weekend. They're both playing the teams down at the bottom, who are Ireland and Sire. And Monica, I'm just going to get...
Leytonstone.
Leytonstone. Thank you very much, Rush. That's why you're here. And Monica, I was just going to come to you and just say to you, you got a good victory last Sunday. Is that going to be enough? Sire down, they played all their games, they're bottom of the table, 6 points. Ireland are a point above them, and yourselves a further point ahead. One of you is going to drop out of that division, and you're both playing the top teams. You're playing Stepney and West End, who are going for the title. What do you say to your team? What do you say to your club? What do you want?
I think the boys know the situation we're in at the moment. So, you know, we will be turning up next week. We definitely ain't going to get relegated. So we'll be putting out a good team and giving Stepney a run for their money.
That's what I like to hear, because obviously here it's been a great season so far. I mean, I'll turn to these guys over. It's been a great season. The other two divisions have gone right down virtually to the wire. This one has gone again. What a twist it would be if something happened.
It's fascinating to see two teams fighting relegation and two teams winning for the championship, and they're playing each other. It's just, you can't fix these things. So it's brilliant to watch. I think both teams, Ireland and Leytonstone, will give 100%, and obviously depending on Stepney, West End.
As we heard earlier, Leytonstone got a result against Stepney earlier this season.
Can be done. It can be done. It's on the day. I think, but this game is so crucial for Stepney and West End. Winning the Premiership title, I think they'll probably give extra on that day. So it'll be interesting to see how things plan out on Sunday. It's
going to be a fantastic game, and wherever you are, we'll run through the fixtures to come on this Sunday right at the end of the show. It might be worth going down to watch. There's a couple of games happening this week that are worth watching. But we're going to talk about the Vets League now. The Vets League got back to its normal format after the cup games that took place the weeks before. I'm just going to run through the results very quickly. In the Premier Division of the ILFL National Otis Veterans League, the Aberhany Vets went down 2-0 to London Tigers. Maybe now this is where Tigers, now coming into the back end of the season, will put together a run of games and catch the boys at the top. Beaumont and Tower Hamlets, both teams stuttered again. Neither could find the 3 points that they both needed to move themselves up the table. They played out a 1-1 draw. St Catherine's and Sire played out a 1-1 draw as well. And for the team who didn't play last weekend, the Bromley Legends, it was all good for them. They're sitting pretty, 15 points from 6 games. They have a game in hand over everybody, 3 points clear. Bromley must be feeling like Chelsea and Jose Mourinho at the moment, because it's theirs to lose as they look for their next 6 games. In the First Division, Redbridge went down by 3-0 against Mostyn, who may have found their form finally and got themselves 3 points. Bondu doing what they always do and keeping up the pressure at the top by beating Riverside by 3-0. And well done to Tower Hamlets Vets. The B-Time managed to just concede the 1 goal against Stepney, but it was a tough game, and it could have gone either way by all accounts, but Stepney won the game. They're now top. Well, they're still top. Now top, they are still top. 3 points clear of FC Bondu by 3 points. The Weavers Vets are then a further 4 points behind Bondu on 12, but they have a game in hand, and then it's the best of the rest. FC Redbridge still looking to get a result there. In the Premier Division, all the games are there. Who knows what's going to happen? Aberhany are playing St Catherine's, Sire take on Bromley, and London Tigers take on Tower Hamlets. Let's move on. And like I said, we spoke about the 2 cup games that took place last week. We've spoken to Monaf and his successful Leytonstone side that won their cup game. We've got a massive cup game taking place this Wednesday at Mile End. It's the Interleague Champions Cup final between the cup holders and favourites to most people, the London Meteors, and they're up against the boys from Milton Keynes, the MK Galacticos. Cameras, we've spoken about it so many times, we've given it so many superlatives. I don't know what else we can say apart from it's the game to watch.
It's a great tie, Dave, and you know we know what Meteors are about. We've seen them play a few games last season. They won, obviously they're the current champions. We've seen them this season. If anything, they've grown in strength. They've obviously added to their squad, and we know Milton Keynes will come with a selected squad. So it's a very mouth-watering prospect, and it's a cup game. On the day, there's, you know, really, we can talk till we're blue in the face about favourites, but it's on the day who wants it most, who's hungrier, and who doesn't make the mistakes on the day that really counts. So it's going to be a really, really good final, one to watch. And to be honest, I think 2 of the best teams are there by merit. So well done to both of them.
Absolutely. I don't know what more you can add to that, Rush.
Well, they both deserve to be, and I think it's going to be fast, it's going to be physical, and it should be very, very entertaining. So it's going to be at Mile End Stadium on Wednesday, 7 p.m. So those who are local, come and watch the game. This is the biggest cup you can go for. I think every team wants to qualify. I know Leytonstone now qualify because they won the cup. They automatically qualify next year. When you win the league, you qualify. This is where you want to be in that competition. And you know, they're obviously in there in the final, and let's see who wins on Wednesday.
Manaf, it's nice to hear your boys earlier in the first section talking about, you know, the Champions Cup. We want to be there, we're looking to win it. It's nice to have that confidence and look forward now, but and I know there is the old football cliche, you know, one step at a time, one game at a time, it's all of that, but what are you looking for Leytonstone over the next 6 to 12 months? What's your short to mid-term?
Well, obviously you're going to see out the season, see how it goes, and then we're going to regroup again, and I think this time we're going to structure it properly so that we've got a good strong team for the ILFL league, as well as a good strong team in the Essex
Is that
league.
going to be possible? That's a real strain on resources, isn't it?
To be honest, we are getting a lot of contacts from players who do want to come and play for us.
Now they've seen the success and the structure.
But at the moment we've completely stopped it. We said, look, once the season finishes, we start pre-season training. Obviously come over, join us with the training sessions, with the friendlies, and see how things progress from there. So we are building, we do want to build a stronger squad, a better squad. I mean, we have got a good squad. I mean, and inevitably, if we do have enough players, then perhaps we can play 2 teams in the ILFL league, one in the first division, one in the Premier, if we stay up. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. I mean, you know what? I was just going to get things from a different perspective for you, as somebody now who's on the periphery, shall we say now, of the league, and looking at what's happened now. You're looking at the teams at the top. I don't know how much you've seen of West End this season. I don't know how much you've seen of Reach Out. But next season, we're looking at a really, really strong Premier Division. How does that look to someone? I mean, you've got a lot of experience, all right, playing football at this level now and within this league. So when you look at something like that, and it's looking quite mouthwatering for next season.
Yeah, a while ago, there was a handful of teams who could challenge for the league, so maybe four teams out of 10. But now, all the teams are great. This is like the Barclays Premiership. But yeah, ILFL, in my opinion, is definitely the best league at this level. Every team in the Prem next season is going to be amazing.
David, you just have to look at the all 3 division, to be honest. Division 2 was won by goal difference. Bowman Youth won it by goal difference with Robin Hood Tigers. Division 1 SCTA won it by 1 point more than Reach Out. And Premiership is still undecided. And a team can win with 1 point. It shows the competitiveness of the team within each league. And I think that's the interesting and good thing about the ILFL Football League.
Well, we said that all the way right through. I mean, not even just with the Sunday football, even with the Vets on the Thursday now, the top division now, we still don't know. Anyone can turn up and
Bromley are top on the Premiership Vets, but they know anyone can beat them. Sai can beat them, St. Catherine's can beat them. They are good sides.
That's what I said, there's no game you can pick out any week.
I won't say, you know, they're on the top, they've got it wrapped up. I don't think so. There's plenty of games to go, and everyone can beat anyone. I think that's the interesting part of the league, especially the Vets and the Sunday League.
Cameras, I just want to touch on the Super Cup and the Legends Cup this season. Like I said, we've spoken about a lot of teams in here. I suppose we're just continuing what we've just said there, where we've got teams that are turning up, no clear favourites, and we've had and like you said, there's been teams that have had to be turned away from the tournament. Looking forward, does it mean that maybe the Super Cup, Legends Cup, the format is something that will grow and keep evolving each year?
It's a good point you make, Dave, because even this year we initially had 12 teams in the Legends Cup, but obviously, you know, teams were sort of not forthright in coming forward and handing in their forms and their payments. So obviously, we've had to make a decision and stick with that in going with 8 teams. We've turned away 4 teams from the Super League, which we don't want to do really. So I think next year we'll have to look into growing both, maybe 24 in the Super and 12 again in the Legends. The inaugural year last year was a great success, and judging by the teams and the fixtures we have this year, I think, you know, it's going to be a phenomenal tournament, and the quality of football can only encourage more teams to come and participate. There's a lot of teams who want to participate this year, but because of the ongoing fixtures in their leagues, they couldn't take part.
Yeah, absolutely.
So obviously, if we structure this and then announce the dates early enough next year, there's no reason why we can't have 32 teams in the Super and maybe even 16 in the Legends, which has never been done before. You know, the Legends has never been more than 8 teams. So for anyone to do 12 and 16 is going to be a great achievement itself. And the other interesting point we just discussed before we came live was in the Super Cup, there are 6 cup finalists there already. In Reach Out, SCTA, Leytonstone, MK Galacticos, and the 2 winners from last year, the 2 finalists in Beaumont and Tower Hamlets. So really, there are no clear favourites because these are all cup teams. Bromley have won many cups in the past. You know, the likes of FC Hamlets, Tower Hamlets, and obviously FC Bengals, who've also won other cups as well. It's really looking like a great tournament, and I know the teams from outside of London, the likes of MK Galacticos, even Tigers are from outside London really, and Birmingham are really looking forward to it, and they're already planning, you know, they're coming here, their fixtures and their day on the, you know, on the Sunday. So it's going to be a great atmosphere, it's going to be a great vibe, and Hackney Marshes will definitely be buzzing on that day.
Excellent. Thanks very much for that, Munafar. I'm just going to end with you and just say, again, thanks for coming in on the show this evening. Thank you to Leytonstone for playing your part in the season, because like we said, for a lot of it, it looked like it was just a step too far, but they've managed to get it together, and you've managed to, you know, end up with some silverware for all the hard work and the effort of the boys, and we look forward to seeing you again next season, hopefully in the Premier Division.
Hopefully.
I won't cross my fingers, I'll leave that to you. Thanks to you guys for watching as well. It's been a bit of a mad show this evening, but you've had the draws, you've seen what's happened. Last week we had a game, it was a show of champions. We've had another set of champions on here. Next week we're going to be talking about Premier Division champions, and as we go on, we've got Unity Cups to come. The winter season is drawing to a close, but we're now bridging the gap between that and the Summer League to start as well, with the Unity Cups and all the football that goes on in between. The Vets League is still continuing as well, and will take us right up to that Summer League. So wherever you are and wherever you're playing your games, good luck this Thursday to all your Vets. Good luck to the 2 teams, MK Galacticos and Meteors, who are playing on Wednesday, and to Stepney and West End, Leytonstone and Ireland, who are playing this Sunday. To all of you and to all of you that were watching this evening, I bid you good night. Good night.